This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball View. Well, getting tired of watching this particular movie as Tennessee falls again to Kentucky tonight, 74-71, blowing a double-digit halftime lead for the second time and a half. Tennessee has now lost 6 of 7 against the Wildcats, and we're going to go through it tonight. Obviously, this is a kick in the dong for Tennessee fans. Some really puzzling moves by Rick Barnes in the final minute of this game. But really, when you're talking about a team that shoots 20%, 6 of 30 from the field in the second half, Davey Hudson of Outkick, the only thing I can say, choke. You choked. You shot 6 of 30 from the field, 20. I mean, how many shots at the rim did we miss tonight?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Russ. I'm not upset. I totally expected this going into the game. Talked to you all yesterday. I did not see a situation where we won against Kentucky. Just so happens it sucks that you had another big lead and you blew it. I don't think we hit a 3 in the second half. We can't hit free throws. But outside of that, yeah, you continue to do well on the offensive boards. Congrats, guys.
Yeah, it's frustrating, man. Tennessee for the second, and it's so many moments that mirror the first game. You've got Colin Chandler making arguably the game-winning play on defense up here. He hits the game-winning 3 here tonight for them. You've got one of the best rebounding teams in the nation failing to box out and get a critical rebound after a missed free throw in the closing seconds. That happened in the game up here too. And it happens tonight. And, you know, we could pick apart some of the coaching decisions. I don't understand why we've got Amari Evans on the block in a rebound. I know that we're assuming that Chandler is going to make both of those, but man, you got to have your rebound. You can't have a guard boxing out a big man.
Where was Dwayne Brown? That was one of many puzzling, just curious decisions that were made at the end.
I don't understand why we take Ament out on the defensive possession where Chandler hits the 3 and Evans is in there. I don't understand why Troy Henderson is in the game. Like, are we really going to throw the ball to the freshman who hasn't played at all in the second half? I just I don't get it, man. I don't. It feels like Rick Barnes is outthinking himself at times tonight, and it's really disappointing, man. The tide is, I mean, it's over. Like, Tennessee had won 6 of 9 in this series against Kentucky a couple of years ago, and since then, I mean, they've just fallen apart. I mean,
Pope's 4-1.
Yeah, 1-4 against Mark Pope.
Just
you got the one that count.
Yeah, but we should have had this one tonight. We should be 2-0 against these chumps this year. That team's not that damn good.
No.
Why are you pulling Nate Mint out and then you end up with Jalen Carey trying to guard that Chandler kid at the 3? Are you kidding me?
My thing is, in the other 3 games where Kentucky beat you, they hit 11 or 12 threes in each of those games. They hit 5 tonight. I mean, I give them credit. Defensively, they shut down Jacoby Gillespie and Nate Mint in the second half. And it turns out if you can do that, you can beat this team any day. Those are the 2 guys that have to keep going. And listen, Pope made the necessary adjustments because, I mean, Nate Mint was lights out in the first half. He might have shot, 1 3 in the second. I don't like the gameplay to go away from him, but I think part of it's also on Mint where you have to be the big dog. You have to actually go and want that fight. And it didn't seem like he was given the opportunity in the first half. He didn't try to take it in the second half.
Frustrating for sure. 865-966-3435. You can call or text us tonight. We are back streaming on fanrunradio.com and the Fan Run app. We're on YouTube. Get over there to Fan Run Sports. Subscribe, like, and subscribe, please, as we continue to grow our YouTube feed. All right. Should be a pleasant group of calls tonight. Let's start as we so often do with some random guy. Rando, you're on voluntary reaction. Go ahead.
So I'm not going to go scorched earth because I found that typically bites me in the ass. But good evening,
I'm a little bit. I've lost my capacity for outrage in this series. I mean, this is kind of. It's almost, it's almost like losing to Florida in football there for a couple of years, where Davey said he expected it. And maybe this is just on me for being a dumbass, Rando, but at halftime, my feeling was, based off what happened in the last game, our conversation in that locker room is going to be, hey, we can't let that happen again. We've got to put our foot on the pedal and not let them up off the mat. I felt pretty good about it at halftime. And boy, I don't know if we just didn't learn our lesson or if it's in our head at this point, but that was a complete and total gag job.
We absolutely choked. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. I was feeling all right at about the 5-minute mark into the second half because they had taken it down to, 9 or 10 points. We pushed back out to 13. I'm like, okay, this feels all right. But when they started to chip away, I was like, no. Let's change something. And look, the one complaint I have about Rick Barnes, it's been my complaint for 10 years. He's not an offensive-minded coach. Look, and you can't be a tough defensive team and an offensive mastermind. I haven't seen any coach at any level that is great at both offense and defense. And Barnes is a defensive coach. And yeah, you already said it. You cannot shoot 22 or 23 or 24%, whatever the hell we shot in the second half. You cannot do that. You cannot score 25 points and a half in Division I college basketball and think you're going to win a game. So, Nate Ament, 29 points, tied his career high. I don't think he hurt his standing for SEC Rookie of the Year, Freshman of the Year. Player of the Year may be out of reach because this team probably will lose 1 or 2 more games. I don't know if he's going to get that at this point, but yeah, for whatever reason, we can say we won the one that counted in the Sweet 16, but Pope just absolutely has Barnes' number, and I do not understand it. There were a lot of opportunities. I'm sure other people will tear this apart, and you'll probably get people calling for Rick Barnes' head. I'm not going to do that. This team should be 20-3 right now. We're not. And I think a lot of us kind of felt this was probably a team that was going to be, a 5, 6, 7 seed this year. And with the roster turnover, maybe it is. If Barnes continues to stay, Evans, Henderson, we've got a lot of, pieces.
Look, man, you got to flush this game if you're Tennessee.
Yeah, I know.
You got we've been talking about it for a while. Like, we weren't as bad as we thought we were earlier, and we're not. We won 4 games in a row. We're not back to a 1 or 2 seed level. Like, this is a 4 or 5 seed type team in my mind, and you got to flush this one and go. Like, there's no excuse not to win both these games this week. You got Mississippi State in Starkville Wednesday night. You got LSU at home Saturday night. Win those two games. Get this thing going again. You got Oklahoma there. You can get another little win streak going here, and you'll be right back on track. But it stings for the fans.
No reason this team doesn't get to 23-8, 24-9, somewhere in that range, go into the tournament. There's no reason, because the back half of the schedule is easier. So it's clicking past 11 and headed towards 11:15. So I'm not going to keep you guys too late. Enjoy the rest of your night. On to the next. Let's, look, it's a turd. Fucking flush it. That's all we can do at this point.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Rando. Appreciate it, man. 865-966-3435. You want to jump in as Rando jumps off. Now is your time do it. Yeah, I mean, it stinks for the fans, but the reality is, like in the context of what we want to do as basketball program, taking another step, getting back to that second weekend and trying to break through. Keep going, man. We got swept by these guys last year and beat them in the tournament. I think if we see them again, like in Nashville or in the NCAA tournament, we can beat them. It's just strange, man. It's just strange, Davey, that Mark Pope, who I don't think is a very good coach, has this weird hex over Rick Barnes all of a sudden.
Yeah. Listen, it's one of those things to where I've always kind of wondered about Coach Barnes whenever it just comes to the teams that are just uber talented, but they haven't exactly putting it together. And what I mean by that is, I mean, Kentucky has the most expensive roster in all of college basketball. They're usually the team that wants to get out into the fast break. They're lanky. They can give you problems with their length. And up until today, they've just been able to hit threes. So it's just the frustration of they didn't do that today and they still found a way to beat you. So yeah, that's definitely a problem for Barnes whenever you look at how this is shaping up with this current stretch of Kentucky basketball that we're going up against. I do have some optimism for Tennessee fans. This isn't basketball related, but I feel like any good news can do. And my good reason for optimism actually goes to Josh Heupel. And the reasoning for that is the fact
I can't wait to hear this.
All right.
he was able to keep everything that James Pierce Jr. was doing under wraps. Holy fuck. Listen, we didn't hear anything about this kid as far as being a character concerned. And then today he goes out in the blaze of glory and might never play in the NFL again. What a dumb fuck. Holy shit. But good job, Josh. You all kept that under wraps. I got to give you credit.
He's lucky. It could have gone a lot worse. He could
have gone full Henry Ruggs.
Either that or he could have gotten shot dead. Apparently, he rammed a police officer with his Lambo.
Folks haven't heard. James Pierce arrested today in Florida after a domestic dispute involving his girlfriend, Los Angeles Sparks forward Rakia Jackson. He's arrested on 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a count of aggravated stalking. He was also charged with fleeing and eluding police officers, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, and resisting an officer without violence. So there's like video of him. He wrecked his Lambo.
Yeah, he apparently rammed Rakia's car with his Lambo to keep her from going to the police station. And then I think so that was one of the counts. And then he may have rammed a police car and then he kind of tried to run over a cop.
So this was a really good night. Davey, I broke my second toilet in a year at Stately Smith Manor.
Like in the process of how a toilet should be used, or like you accidentally were carrying something in the bathroom, you dropped it? Okay.
So what'd you do? Just slam down on it and lean back real hard and it busted?
Yeah.
Or did you just take such a colossal dump that it just
no,
destructed?
I did not shit through the toilet, Mayor.
Acid shit.
So let me back. The first one my wife actually broke. She dropped a big container that, like, my wife has like 30 pairs of eyeglasses for some reason. So many that she needs a special container. And she dropped the container on the toilet and it broke like the bowl. The first that was up in
broke it like a million pieces
in our bedroom. Today, like I just sat down and I guess I don't know what happened, but the tank busted. And Davey, like, it's the most helpless feeling
because I'm stopping that water.
I mean, it's just pouring out, just pouring. There's a big hole in the toilet, and like there's nothing I can do. I'm like going, no. And my wife was, what's going on? I'm like, it's leaking. She's like, well, you turn it off. I'm like, I can't. There's a hole in it. Like you just had to stand there and watch it drain the entire tank, entire bathroom just flooded.
Let me ask you this. Just a question.
Oh, no.
Is there any chance that tank was damaged before you sat down on it by someone else in the house?
Like it might have been primed.
And fixed.
think so.
haphazardly.
Like fixed? I mean, like
It's
how would
been
you
wear
fix
and
a
tear.
hole in it?
It's been wear and tear.
No, I think it's on me.
I was trying to give you an out.
Is this the replacement toilet for the one that broke
No, this
a while
is
ago? Okay.
downstairs.
It's 2 toilets that need
Yeah,
replacing.
2 toilets we've Smith family.
There's nothing
broken
worse than
this
just
year.
water pouring, knowing you can't
There,
do
you just
anything
had, I
about
just
it.
had to sit there and just watch it, dude.
Yeah.
It's all over like the vanity on the side
Oh,
and
I'm
just
sure.
the floor, and
Oh, God.
like we had to use 10 towels to sop it all up, and it's just complete disaster.
While we're on the subject, because obviously now you got to go get a new toilet, I find it interesting that when they are advertising to buy certain toilets, usually one of the things they use as a measurement is how many pool balls that can actually be flushed. Have y'all seen this?
Yeah.
I've not seen this.
It's like,
That's-
you can flush 10 pool balls and it won't stop up.
The truly
It's like measuring things in football fields.
the other thing, like, I mean, not to get too graphic here, but I really had to dump,
Oh, no.
and like that happened immediately. So I had to, like, I can't just like go to the other restroom, and like I had to clean that up first.
You just get a bucket and fill it up with water and
Do what?
You
manually flush it.
you could just do it in the streets
Oh.
like they do in San
You don't
Francisco.
know how to do that?
Russ and I had a different
Just
thought
went
that
up
you
to the
thought you
other
would think.
toilet.
Oh, I thought I misunderstood what you said. I thought you said that you had already
No,
used
I
the
didn't-
bathroom
I
before it
didn't
broke.
get to.
He was
Oh.
just about to when it happened.
But I tell you, the turd I was getting set to lay was nothing compared to the one Rick Barnes and the boys laid in the second half tonight at Rupp Arena.
I mean, really, it's
Huge foul.
the last minute and a half, and really that from the time when he pulled Nate Ament off the floor, because you got to figure if Nate's out there. I mean, Jalen Carey. I mean, Nate's almost as tall as he is, and he can jump 2.5 feet higher than Jalen Carey. Might have altered that 3 shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm devastated.
Taking this one hard.
Yeah, I mean,
Are we ever going to beat Kentucky? We've been stuck on 79 against these turds for a long time now.
We beat him in the Sweet 16 last year. And at the end of the day, you know what we got to tell ourselves? They still live in Kentucky. They still root for that garbage-ass program. Their football team fucking sucks.
And they
They're
still
meth-addled.
they still got to go to the coal mine Monday morning
Either
first
they're
thing.
either cranked out on meth or just zooted out on oxys. Some of them both.
Still got to go to the coal mine Monday, get your black lung, come home to trailer park, kiss your snaggletooth fat ass wife,
Who's also your sister.
and have a dinner of Mountain
Yeah.
Dew and Snickers bars.
And you've got
It's a hell of a day.
You get one post game show. It lasts about 45 minutes, and the guy doesn't let anybody talk.
Nick Posey says, what's crazy is I would rather hear about Russ's shitty escapades than talk about this basketball team.
I think that's
I'm
that's
right
how
there
we
with
feel.
him.
I mean, we started talking about it 20 minutes into the recording, so I feel like that's about tells us how much we want to talk about this game.
How much does a toilet cost?
I can't remember. They're not cheap.
So,
No.
I mean, a
$100.
few hundreds.
Yeah.
No.
Let's get Anthony in here next. Anthony, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead.
Hey guys, Russ, Bear, Davey. I love Barnes, but he gave us an early preview of how he manages tight games in the tournament, and this kind of, he's a great coach, and he just kind of showed us why he only.
Man, this is mind-boggling to me. Like, this is like an outlier. I can't believe he crapped his pants like this.
I mean, you talk about Barnes?
Yeah.
But the last minute, I think, is on him, but it should never have gotten to that point, really. I mean, it's not on Barnes that his team shot 20% from the field. It's not on Barnes that Estrella can't make a fucking layup to save his life. It's not on Barnes.
We made one all season, We've been missing that shot all season.
Oh, I mean, we talked to Polinsky Thursday, and he brought it up. Like, we didn't ask him about it. He's like, how many shots at the rim have we missed? He's talking about the Ole Miss game.
Russell, at this point, I feel like I'm rooting for Barnes as much as I'm rooting for the players.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I want it for him so bad.
Are we fake tough? When we lost to Florida, we got dominated on the offensive rebounds, and then both second halves versus UK, I mean, they've dominated us. So are we one of these teams that just like fake tough?
I don't think that at all. I again, it goes back to look at Florida. I mean, they're a great example of a team that has talent at their big position. Our bigs aren't that great. And so whenever you do have to face guys that have like the talent, like Kentucky, like Florida, like see, we beat Alabama. Alabama's not known for their play with their bigs. So we were able to take advantage of them there. That's just not the case against a team like this. And I think the last 4 games, where we got on that win streak, I think that just kind of made us think, oh, we're going to finally go up there. We're going to beat Kentucky. And granted, if you have a 4-point lead instead of a 14-point lead at halftime, I think we're singing a different tune. It just sucks that you lost a 17-point lead at home against them and now a 14-point lead. But yeah, the bigs, like our bigs aren't going to be good if they're having to go up against other really good bigs. It's as simple as that.
The other thing killed us was, Gillespie scored 1 point in the second half. Who was that on your halftime chat?
Who the fuck is Gillespie?
Gillespie. As one of Russell's halftime chatters called him that. I thought it was hysterical. About drove off the interstate laughing.
Oh my God.
I don't think they're soft though, Anthony, to your question. I just think whenever the talent differential is that big, because we still were able to get boards against them. It's just they're not going to be able to score offensively. That's the problem.
But what I'm saying is people get on here and they talk about how we're the best rebounding team in the damn century. And then anytime it comes to a tough game, Florida, second half versus Kentucky at home, second half versus Kentucky with a 14-point lead on the road. Anytime it comes to a tough game, we kind of get manhandled. So are we fake tough?
Well, I think we were still getting the rebound. You just missed all the shots trying to put it right back up.
That one possession, man. I mean, I don't know. There was one possession where we missed like 4 or 5 right at the rim. And that's kind of when I knew it wasn't going to be our night. You could see it coming, man. You could just see it coming.
When you go to DraftKings and make a live bet on the Kentucky money line.
Oh, I made a little money on Kentucky tonight. I'll always be sure to bet Kentucky money line in this one. I bet it beforehand. Like,
you guys only had to go through this once tonight.
Well, yes, Davey. Nobody gives a fuck about Duke.
Yeah, David.
Trying to have a little bit of fun. I mean, if we're going to have to sit here in misery, let's at least laugh a little bit.
Not bring it up to be like polite to you, but what the fuck? Nobody gives a shit. This ain't the Blue Devil hotline. This is we're calling.
We talk about what we want to. We spent the first 20 minutes talking about Russ breaking the toilet.
It's true.
All right, look. Last thing I want to say before I get out of here. Obviously, I'm in my cups. These late damn night starts are hard on me.
Hard
Russell,
on us, buddy.
In case you're wondering, Russell, it's Gentleman Jack on ice tonight.
Nice.
Shout out to Joshy. I was in Louisville for the Sweet 16 loss to Purdue, and leaving Grant on the bench to start overtime was criminal. People forget that he actually pulled the same move around earlier to start overtime versus Iowa, and he left Admiral on the bench.
I forgot that.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, it just is what it is.
coming.
I'm rooting for Barnes at this point more than I am the players. I like the guy. He just ain't going to get it done.
Well, here's my question for you, Russ. That was an abrupt out from Anthony.
I was in Louisville with you, buddy.
Why is Brown not in the game when he's got more than double the rebounds that Akpar and Carey had combined?
He didn't play. I don't think we saw him the last 5 minutes, maybe longer.
No, we didn't.
He had 12 rebounds. I mean, he had 2 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. Akpar, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Akpar is working his way back.
Carey didn't have a field goal attempt tonight
No.
and 2 rebounds.
He
Like,
had 1
why
point,
is he
2
out
rebounds.
there?
It felt like he didn't want to play Felix and Dwayne Brown together. Like that. That's
Then
the
why
only-
not just play Dwayne Brown and just go with that small lineup and Dwayne?
He trusts Felix. Like he wanted to give Felix that last 4
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think we need Felix out there. I think
Yes.
he's our best big, certainly from a defensive standpoint and rim protection. But I don't. I mean, Carey gave us nothing tonight.
No.
Why is he out there the last 5 minutes or so? Why?
I told Russ this. I think the moment it turned for Jalen Carey tonight is when he was at the free throw line and 30,000 people were calling him a fat ass. That was the end.
What was
end of that.
Is this the 5th game in a row they've shot 50% from the
Yes.
field against us?
Somebody said it ought to be studied in the lab somewhere how they're able to do this.
Is that correct?
I'm pretty sure.
I can go look.
Taking out the Sweet 16 game, I'm pretty sure they have shot 50% on the dot against us at their last 4 wins.
I mean, they've at least been 50% from the 3-point line.
I just don't see how
until tonight.
We pride ourselves on defense.
Was that
they
the number?
They aren't going to go
that
that far in the damn tournament. Do you think?
Kentucky?
Yeah, I don't think Pope's that good of a coach. Goofy looking.
When they want to play, they want to play against us, but they don't play for whatever reason in a lot of these other games.
Yeah, Pope's not that
Why
great.
is it everybody likes playing against us in multiple sports? Is it because of us? Like for the fans, we act so bad?
I think you got to give some credit to and take the 10,000-foot view, and the Nega Vols aren't going to want to hear this, especially tonight of all nights. But we've been pretty good in a lot of sports.
Teams get up for us.
Yeah, I mean we're top
back-to-back Elite Eights.
Raleigh Arwine on Twitter had a great point about the whole James Pierce thing. Where was his former Cup level of intensity when he was here? If he'd gone on a run like that when he was playing for Tennessee, we might have made a run into the playoffs.
Well, I think this was happening, not to this extent, but obviously there were concerns because the draft nicks were discussing it before he ended up going in the first round. We just didn't hear about it. That's why I said they did a great job just not letting the stuff get out.
Arthur Jenkins on the YouTube chat says, good news from today. Meshack got the start for the Grizzlies.
I mean, how they traded most of their team away, didn't they?
I have no idea.
But yay for Meshack. We really missed him tonight.
Yeah, he would have been good against Oweh.
No, Oweh, he would have shut his ass down. Although, I don't know, did he last year? Or did Oweh play for them last?
He did. He played for them last year. I mean, he didn't do much in the Sweet 16 game.
The one that kills me is Aberdeen. I mean, what kind of asshole transfers off a national championship team to go play for fucking Kentucky?
It's money.
I mean, how much money do you think those they
more than he was going to get at Florida?
I mean, since they put together a $23 million roster, he probably got a decent chunk out of it.
Let's get Cameron in here next. Cameron, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead.
Guys, I'm so frustrated with this team. They're great, and then they're awful, and they win 4 in a row, and they have a night like tonight. They're just driving me insane. I mean, look, I love Rick Barnes. It's nothing against him. I don't think this basketball team is very good. I mean, holy God, Jalen Carey may be the worst player to ever play for this program. Estrella can't make a layup. Gillespie's a walking turnover. Nate Mitt's a great player, and we're only going to get 1 year from him because freaking NIL is going to go to the draft, and we're not going to get the best part of him. I mean, God almighty, I'm frustrated. We have a great player in James Pierce for our program. He gets arrested. He's never going to play in the NFL again. I mean, Tennessee sports are going to drive me insane.
Well, it's always darkest before the dawn, Cameron. And, we drink from the keg of despair tonight. But again, the 10,000-foot view. Hey, we got baseball starting next week.
And our coach is with the Giants, and we're going to be terrible there. They're going to drive us nuts.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose.
Spirits could not be lower, Russ.
Vibes are low tonight. It's not a good night. I got a busted toilet. Davies Blue Devils lost. Bears in a fit of apoplectic rage. Walker's.
I have not been this fucking mad over a Tennessee game in a long fucking time.
This is as mad as I've been at Tennessee basketball forever. God, I hate losing to Kentucky twice in the year. Especially when you blow 2 15-point leads in a season. How does that happen?
How does that
happen?
This was Walker's first time he ever saw me get fully
had a
enraged.
keg of glory with fucking Walker either.
And this Kentucky team is dog shit. They are terrible.
That
We can't
goofy
beat 'em.
fucking coach of theirs is a goofy fucking bastard back in 96 wearing his stupid uniform. He's a goofy fucking bastard now.
I mean, this Kentucky team fucking sucks. It's as bad as they're going to be, and we still can't fucking beat them.
They got a lot of talented players, man.
But they're not good.
They're a half game back from first in the
Not very
SEC.
good. They've got a lot of talented
Well,
players.
no, I mean, the anger. I mean, the reason settling in. I mean, there you can't fuck around and go 5 minutes without scoring a point.
Chris Hudson says baseball is going to suck. We got no food, and our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh, also, and the cherry on top will be watching the Titans' former coach who was fired because he was too big. Probably going to win the Super Bowl tomorrow night.
And we got a Spanish rap halftime show. We're really looking forward to that.
And our only other choice is Kid Rock and the wastoid half-talent D-listers.
Oh, man.
We're a first-round exit team.
Can they not just
this
get
team
the
is not good.
frickin' Rolling Stones or somebody? Just give me just something.
Throw me a bone here.
Bad Bunny or Kid Rock.
So Kentucky's now 8-3 in conference play.
They're
We're
half
6
game out of first, right?
We're 6-4. Yeah. Had we not lost to Kentucky this year, we would be 8-2 and tied with Florida for the first place in the SEC.
SEC couldn't be more wide open, and we just won't take advantage of it. We're just
You know
we
what,
suck at
Davey?
everything.
If I hadn't been a raging asshole, my wife would probably still let me live with her.
Chris Hudson wants to know when the asteroid is coming. Chris Hudson's having himself a night on the chat.
Hang in there, Chris. I'd want a front row seat for it, though. I ain't hiding in any bunker. I don't want to live through a nuclear winter.
If the asteroid hits, do you want to be on the side of the earth that it hits, or do you want to be on the other side?
No, you want me on the side of the earth that hits, bro.
Just instant evaporation.
Depending on how big it is, it's not really going to make a difference.
I mean, the 100-mile or the 100-mile tall wall of fire and magma rolling around the earth. You got probably about 2 or 3 minutes to contemplate that.
You die in seconds either way.
Anything else, Cameron?
we're a nothing school, guys. Fire Danny White. Take care.
Disco Dan, first shot of the night, he's taken.
Cameron's ready to tear it all down. Cameron's on the Gay Street Bridge saying, give me a reason not to do it. Give me a reason not to jump. I don't know, Cameron.
You get
Maybe
Mississippi
you're right.
State, LSU, and Oklahoma as your next three.
Yeah, let's go win those three. Let's go beat Vandy, man. We got a chance to get a couple of good scalps before this season's over. Hey, man, Nate Ament, like I know they got to him a little bit there in the second half, but that first half was fire, and he's still, as we saw in the second half, still figuring it out, man. Like he will still continue to grow over the course of these. Like, how good can he get between now? He's very good, obviously, and the end of the season. Like, can he get to that KD level going into the tournament? Because if he can, and Jacoby continues to cook, okay, then we got something.
We just the problem is we can't get any offense out of our fucking bigs, man. They can't even make bunnies.
Can we go ahead and get Jacoby or Bishop one of those like broken nose masks that guys wear?
Scary looking clear ones?
Just go ahead and get. I mean, this dude is gonna break his face before the season is over.
He collects more fouls that, and I realize I'm a fan, and I never think anything's a foul on Tennessee, should be called a foul on Tennessee, but there were a couple tonight where I'm at a loss. I mean, I guess it's because of cylinder, Davey, but I mean, he was pretty much assaulted twice and called for 2 fouls.
He's right there. I thought Jimmy Dykes did a good job, and I'm trying to think of the analogy I'll use. Let's think of football. All the rules are in favor of the offense. That's what it is now in college basketball.
That's fucking stupid.
Talk about the continuation that they adopted last year, the way in which they call the cylinder. You're not really getting any charges anymore. It's all been geared towards the offense. And so when you have a defender like that is able to be there, hey, kind of sucks for us.
Marcus wants to know if we can bail James Pierce out and put him in the starting lineup to instill a little toughness next week. I don't know. Guy seems like kind of hothead. Somebody said, like, Davey, there were hints of character concerns with James Pierce from the get-go.
Before he got to Tennessee, is that what you're referring to?
No, like while he was here.
Yeah.
There were, but they did a good job of like.
Yes.
No
Never
one was
he
talking
didn't
about
do
it.
any media. They said he didn't want to do any media. Maybe they didn't want to put him out there. I don't know. He never did any interviews while he was here. And then I remember I took a lot of grief for this. Is he got arrested while he was here for running from the police.
Yes.
And I called him an idiot, a moron, everything else. I said he should be suspended for, I think this happened like before the bowl game. I was like, just suspended for the bowl game. Like, don't kick him off the team. But it was like, oh, you're an idiot, Russell. I was like, I don't know. You disobey law enforcement. Like you run from the police, which apparently he did again tonight. Like that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to take on guys that that are armed,
it's
a really bad sign.
Well, just general respect for authority. We live in a society. The police tell you to stop, you have to stop.
Yeah.
Like that's just, I don't know. Maybe if Josh had shown a little more discipline, he would have learned a lesson.
I don't feel like that would go now after watching Coach Poindexter.
Let's get TJ, the Kentucky fan, in here. As to the victor go the spoils. Hello, TJ.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
What are you sipping on tonight, TJ?
It's that Kentucky bourbon Jim Beam, baby.
You're about blowed away, aren't you?
Hey, man, I'm in the Windy City. I'm so blown away. Hey, in the first half, I was talking to my Tennessee friend about this. In the first half, Ament and that other kid, what was his name that was on fire?
Gillespie.
Jacoby Gillespie or Gillespie, whichever you want. Don't come on here and act like you don't know who Gillespie is. Come on, dude. You serious?
Would I know?
He's hammered. Give him some room, please.
Well, yeah. Why would I know who a Tennessee player is besides Ament, who is the star? That's like saying, oh, I know who Peyton Manning is, but I don't know who y'all's running back is. Of course I know who the star is. Why would I know who
It's Jamal Lewis.
That's like Batman and Robin. Sure, you're going to know who Batman is, but some people might not know who Robin is. Anyway, back to sports talk. I told my friend, I said, in the second half, Oweh is not going to guard Ament. It's going to be Chandler. And that was the difference. Y'all like to clown. You like to clown Pope and say he's not a good coach. But I tell you, he's one of the best coaches at second half adjustments that I've ever seen. Better than Calipari, that's for sure. And it sounds like better than coach y'all got there, because sure enough, Chandler started guarding Ament, and y'all scored. This is the difference. Y'all scored 24 points in the second half. 24.
No, we gagged, man. We choked. And look, like Pope being a second half guy, like fine, like he obviously does make halftime adjustments. Good for him. But damn it, man! Like how many shots at the rim are we going to make? Not taking anything away from Kentucky. I was listening to Mike Keith and Lofton on the way in, and Lofton's like they want it more than us right now. And it's hell yeah. Like that's the thing that pisses me off so much about this series and the way it's gone the last 6-7 games is they clearly y'all want it more than us. And that was never the case under Rick Barnes until the last 2 or 3 years, man. And like that pisses me off more than, you go toe to toe with somebody, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. I get that. It's two great programs. But, man, we've just not met Kentucky's intensity and passion the past couple years.
What's the biggest thing Mark Pope has won as a coach? Best accomplishment?
Time out. Hold
Beating
on.
us.
I'll answer your question, but hold on. Does Mike Keith does he do Tennessee basketball too on the radio?
Yes.
Because we're all Titans fans. I'm a Titans fan. I've been a Titans fan since the Oilers. Man, I miss listening to him. Man, the Titans franchise is just going to shit. But anyways, that's a different topic for another day. Davey, back to your question. What's he won? I think y'all forgot what Mark Pope did last year. He took an entire new roster, 12 complete new players, because all the players left to go to Arkansas with Calipari. He took that team. They beat Duke the first week into the season. They beat Duke.
Yeah, Davey.
You should know about that. They beat Gonzaga in Seattle. They had 7 top 10 wins.
Regular
last year.
season mark.
Yes, I get it. Okay, we beat y'all in the Sweet 16. What'd y'all do the next game because you didn't go to the Final Four? Fine. Great. Good job. You on the couch like we are. But Pope doesn't bring in the McDonald's All-Americans. He doesn't bring in the DeMarcus Cousins, the John Walls, the Brandon Knights. I get it. But daggone, when it comes to X's and O's, he outcoached Calipari last week at Arkansas. He outcoached Rick Barnes tonight. He outcoached Gonzaga's coach. He outcoached Shire against Duke last year. I mean, what more do you want? Sure, you want a title, but
You know
200.
You know what more I want? You know what more I want, TJ? I want you to get the hell out of here. Go ahead and run, Walker. Thank you.
Jesus Christ. Let him carry on for a while.
I
was going to say if he fell asleep.
That was pretty good. I like the first two minutes of that.
Bray DeLay says TJ actually making some good points tonight. Oh, look.
It's the most expensive roster. I mean, he should be getting who he wants. They have more money than anybody. The fact that he has more money than anybody and he's
well, I mean, it's just they're one of the they're the only school in the Southeastern Conference that's putting more money in basketball than football. Well, what kind of maniac does that?
A well-lubricated edition of the Voluntary Action. Brad in Crossville is next. What's up, Brad?
Let's go.
Evening, gentlemen.
What's going on?
Just a public service announcement. If anybody'd like to wipe their brain of what just happened, they're showing the 1994 Classic Speed on AMC. So that's kind of what I'm watching.
You ever seen that, Walker?
Andrew Bullock.
No, I haven't seen Speed.
Oh, man.
I don't know much about that.
Dennis Hopper,
Keanu Reeves, and Sandra Bullock.
93 film, probably 93. It was
94.
It's a good year for movies.
So the entire premise of the movie, Walker, is Dennis Hopper's he's put a bomb on the bus. It's like a city bus.
All right.
And it'll explode if the bus goes below 55 miles per hour. And so they're just like, this bus is on the freeway.
He's got a camera on the bus. He's got a hidden camera on the bus watching everything.
Young Sandy Bullock is driving because they killed the bus driver, and Keanu Reeves is helping her.
Keanu Reeves is in this movie?
Oh, Keanu Reeves is a star.
Famous star. Yeah, he was. He's an A-lister.
Yeah,
I love that.
And Sandy Bullock.
It's a solid 90s action flick. Very solid.
I love a solid 90s action.
That's where she announced her presence with authority.
Exactly. It's
being the best looking woman.
Okay, we get it. Sandy Bullock gives you the horn, Bear. We got you.
Anyway, it's just a good brain wipe from that tragedy.
They even had a second one, Walker, called Speed 2.
Yeah, I never watched that one.
There was Speed 2. I don't remember.
Cruise Control.
I know I
Cruise Control.
I know I saw it, but I did not. Whatever. Go ahead.
Anyway, I was, it is sad to say TJ did make some good points. I hated I had to follow him. He did crawl out of the woodwork for this one, and I take kudos to him. I would like to know if anybody from the NCAA is going to go down there and check that rim that they changed out at halftime apparently, because we could not get anything. I mean, it was I don't know. It was like it was made of rubber. Like nothing would go in. Like, I mean, of course, I know in the first half too, we struggled with layups, and that was frustrating. But at least we were making shots. In the second half, man, dude, we couldn't hit water if we fell out of a fucking boat.
6 of 30 from the field in the second half for the Volunteers tonight. 20%. 0 of 6 from 3-point range.
Only 6 buckets.
Yeah.
And the free throws. Why can we not make free throws anymore?
God.
I mean, I guess the Grant and Admiral days spoiled me. You know, watching Grant go like 30 for 30 one night against Vanderbilt. But you know, I mean, 50%. I'd probably be happy with that.
Well, in the past, you've had decent bigs that could shoot the free throw, and this year, I think all of them are below 60% as a season average.
Not boxing out and getting, having Amari Evans on the block, not boxing out after Chandler misses a free throw. You get a gift, man. They're trying to give you the game, and we can't get the damn rebound. Oh, that pisses me off more than the missed shots, more than the missed bunnies, man. Like, you've got an opportunity. You should have had the ball there, down 1 with 6 seconds to play. Like,
running the floor.
Yeah, we're running the floor, man. Like, we're
no timeouts.
Yeah, we are getting a shot at the rim, which I know is like the chances of getting fouled there are very high. Getting free throws.
Make the free throws.
True. I mean, like, we make at least one. Like, I feel great about making at least one in that situation.
Oh, yeah. That's really all I had. I just wanted to let everybody know that, if they needed a brain wipe, that's where to go. It'd be good after the volunteer reaction over. They can flip over and watch that, and it's as enjoyable as I remember.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it, man. Brad in Crossville watching a little Speed. Was Queen Latifah in that as well?
Not the first one.
Cast.
I don't think so.
She was in Taxi with Jimmy Fallon, if that's what somebody's mixing that up with.
Nick Davis says there was also a Speed 3 4-wheel drive.
I don't remember that.
I feel like that's got to just be the name of one, but that's not even, like the same producers or anything of that nature.
Let's see. Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper, Jeff Daniels, Glenn Plummer, Alan Ruck.
Oh, man. Star-studded Alan Ruck from Succession.
Jeff Daniels has a really good interview bit with, I think it was Rich Eisen, where he was, spoiler alert, but essentially explaining the scene where he dies in Speed. It's worth the watch if you've never checked it out.
Where Jeff Daniels dies?
Yeah.
I don't remember where he died.
Hopper rigged the house to blow up whenever they send in the SWAT unit.
He did do that.
Oh, yeah, and he sees it. There's that famous GIF where you see he's in the bomb suit and
his cheeks drop.
Yeah.
These are classic action movie scores. It's like a 7.3 on IMDb, but 90% Rotten Tomatoes.
What's the rule for spoilers? 10 years?
Yeah.
This is 30.
Yeah, just let it fly.
'Cause I was thinking like there's a death at the end that was really memorable too.
I also can't promise I'm going to watch this movie.
So you want to know it?
I mean,
you should still watch it.
So at the end,
I'll probably watch it, yeah.
Keanu and Dennis Hopper are fighting on top of a train, and Dennis Hopper's on top and he's about to kill him. And like he looks up and they're going through a tunnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a light on the top, and like his head just
it's
hits
one of those.
His head, like you see it.
Yeah,
you can.
classic.
It's one of those things. Like I remember pausing it with my friends on VHS tape. We would pause it, and you could just like see his head fall off.
What else do I know Dennis Hopper from?
Oh man, Dennis Hopper's
a legendary actor.
Apocalypse Now, Easy Rider,
Now, Hoosiers.
Oh yeah, he was Shooter.
Waterworld.
Oh, but Waterworld's one of his best roles.
Cool Hand Luke.
He was on the D's.
He was in Cool Hand Luke.
Apparently, he was True Romance.
Yeah, he played Christian Slater's dad. He had that epic scene with Christopher Walken about the Moors.
He also had he was in a series of Nike commercials in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of iconic where he's, this is Bruce Smith's shoe, man. You know what he does in these shoes, man? Bad things, man.
It's the bad things.
Yeah, you got to look up that's probably a good place to start. Dennis Hopper Nike commercials from the 90s.
He made an Entourage. He was in an Entourage episode.
I didn't
He's
realize
first
he died
ballot
in
Hall of
2010.
Famer. He's a legend.
I don't know any.
Who's your
of these movies.
shooter
Huh?
on your under 11 team that you coach? You have a shooter, an assistant like that?
Oh.
Russell's going through the kids in his mind.
Yeah, I
about
thought you were like,
exactly
you're
who
like,
the
who's a
shot.
shooter? I mean, they're like 10. I can't. No, there are no shooters. We did have we had a couple of disciplinary situations today. Hit a flagrant 2.
No.
There's an incident in the post game handshake line. It was bad.
Was it your kid?
It was one of my players.
But it wasn't your personal.
I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but
you proud of him?
I mean,
You can talk about it. You should.
I was accosted by an angry parent after the game.
Of your own team or the other team?
No, the other team.
For what?
I don't want to get it because people listen to this. I don't want to piss anybody off, but we diffused the situation. She was mad though. She had blood in her eyes.
We
Like,
did
I want
the
blood.
first half.
But yeah, we got to have blood in our eyes, man. I don't know like where this softness crept in to our program.
It's bleeding over from the
I
football
was
team.
thinking about that as we were watching the second half. Everything,
What would Grant and Admiral do? Well,
but Grant and Admiral's ass. Well, poor Bernard King sitting somewhere.
And you could say, well, those are NBA players like Lamonte Turner, John Fulkerson.
Fulky was there tonight wearing his jersey.
We've had dudes, right, that were not great pros by any stretch of the imagination who refused to lose to Kentucky. And when you're a guy like that, like Fulky, Lamonte, Dane Bradshaw.
Lamonte didn't miss a game winner up there in Corrupt.
Like guys that, give their all, and it means something for them to beat Kentucky. They've got a lifetime VFL legend pass.
Mhm.
Fulky he'll never buy a meal in this town.
Lamonte.
Like
Never.
Lamontre.
I thought we might have, like, this was an opportunity for Jacoby or Nate or Bishop to join that elite group.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't do it. They're not in that group. They're not on that level.
I got a question for you real quick before we get to the next caller. What did you think when the quote, I don't know if we talked about it on Friday or not, when the quote came out of Barnes saying it's not like he just said it's just the next game?
What
did you think? Like, I thought that was
irked
wrong.
me off, man.
I was like, you should.
It's not just the next game, man. This is Kentucky. This is that's part of the problem.
Exactly.
And I feel like Barnes has this thing, and I love him to death, man. But nobody's beyond criticism. Where it's like the fan/media narrative, and I know he's not always up on that, but it gets through. It just does. You're going to see a headline here. You're going to hear, somebody in the office is going to be, man, you see this tweet? Like, it gets through. And I feel like sometimes he's just like, well, I'm going to go the opposite way then, just out of stubbornness. Like I'm, they say we're shooting too many threes. Well, we're going to shoot more, or we're not shooting enough. We're going to shoot less. Like he just wants to go against the grain sometimes. And I just feel like the proper attitude for Tennessee basketball, regardless of coach, regardless of player, regardless of team, regardless of season, the proper approach against Kentucky, home, away, neutral floor, whatever, is we've got blood in our eyes. It's not just another game. We want to tear their hearts out.
And I hope that that's what he's saying behind closed doors. Like, who knows? Like, he could be that way with the players and we're not seeing.
Yeah, sometimes.
But even just, like, you can at least acknowledge that it's not just the next game in the press conference before. Like, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish by saying that. Like, you're trying to tell everyone, hey, like, this game doesn't matter that much. Like, when emotionally it does. Like, these guys have owned us for 2 years outside of the tournament game. They've owned us. They've owned Rick Barnes. It's like the way we've been playing against Alabama. It's how they feel playing us right now. It's not good. It's not just the next game when we play them.
Well, it's not like anybody on this team, I think, truly understands what that rivalry's like.
Well, that great
Bishop's
point.
supposed to.
Yeah, well, the coach is supposed to like Rip Barnes understands that, and he's supposed to relay that to the player. This is not just another game. We take it up a notch here. We take it up a notch. We lean into this. We live for this. This is the biggest game of the year. All the practice, all the games and everything, tournament aside, these two games mean everything. Bruce Pearl saw that. He wore the orange jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Mears knew that. Like Fulmer used to make a point, like with rivalry games, he would the beginning of the week, he would, and he talked about it publicly. Like he would talk to his team about the history of the rivalry. We're playing Alabama this week. It's the third Saturday in October. Here's what this means. Here are the great players who come before you. Like, you got to embrace that, man. This is college sports. This is what makes it so great, so much fun.
Yeah, and I feel that's just, I mean, it's something that we've seen with Rick a while, because Rick, obviously, like, Rick is loved by almost all the coaches in the country. He likes everyone. He's a likable guy, but, like, we see it with the Memphis rivalry, where, and that type of stuff, where, like, the rivalries, like, he just doesn't want to play the game, and the rivalries don't seem to be as big enough.
No, I mean, Memphis is a bad one. The only reason we aren't playing Memphis, he doesn't like Penny. Penny was very disrespectful to him. Cussed him. So
I'm tired of this shit. Fucking tired of losing to
Sick and tired of losing to Kentucky.
Tired. I will not go through this season.
Where is Bob Knight when you need him?
I will not go through this season losing to Kentucky.
Roberto, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead, Roberto.
Well, yeah, what an interesting night, Russ. I do think we had blood in our eyes in the second half. It's just from getting punched in the face repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the second half in a row, or second half in a row by Kentucky that we came out with blood in our eyes, but it was from them just bludgeoning the shit out of us. They beat us at our own game. They out-toughed us. They outsmarted us. They out-coached us. They out-everything us in the second half. We deserve to lose. They were better than us tonight in the second half. Not a question. I'm really glad Rick Barnes had that timeout that he could call so that we could inbound to Estrella when we were down 3. I'm really glad he saved it for that and not the 12-point run that Kentucky made in the first 7 minutes of the second half. When he didn't call one at all.
Yeah.
Stop the run at all. And it's a Rick Barnes thing. And you guys realize we have 5 losses in the Rick Barnes era where we led by 10 or more at halftime, and 2 of them are against Kentucky this year.
This is now what, our 4th game where we were winning at halftime that we lost.
Hello.
Is Roberto still there?
I think we just blew up Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto got blown up. He can call back if he wants to. The phone.
Sorry, Roberto. Give us a ring back. 865-966-3435, your phone number. You want to get on board, 966-3435. Yeah, it was, this series has kind of become a disaster. Going back to the Connect game at home where we had beaten them in Lexington earlier in the year, and it felt like, it was going to be a coronation game. We were going to blow them out senior night at Thompson Bowling. And, they just shot the lights out against us, just absolutely destroyed us, got us twice last year. A really, really disappointing game at home. The games at home tonight sucks, but the games at home, man, especially, you got to come out fired up.
17-point lead.
Roberto's back. Sorry about that, bud.
That's okay, man. It's no big deal. I'm sheepy enough to call back. Yeah, but is it weird, Russ? And guys, it just doesn't bother me like it should. I think the first one was such a shot to the dong. This one doesn't hurt as bad.
I'm with you, man. And you could you could see it coming too, right? As it started to slip away, you were like, well, we're screwed.
But the last one, we rattled off, 4 or 5 game win streak after it. So maybe there's a positive in it. I don't know. Nate Ament, I mean, if there's one positive thing coming out of the last 2 weeks, Nate Ament's the best player on the team. And he's finally assuming, as we said earlier, the Batman role. But I wonder, Russ, I wonder if he can carry us in a tournament with those 17-foot turnaround jumpers. You know what I mean? He's got to attack.
That was brutal, man. The possession where I guess we were down 2, and he gets in the lane because he had the great take before, and then Owe fought through the screen. He couldn't get to the rim, and like a turnaround fadeaway mid-range jumper. Footer. Yeah, that's not what you're looking for in that spot, man.
No. Again, shot to the pills. I still think Tennessee probably ends up as a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament because I think we're going to rattle off some wins. I think we found ourselves a little bit offensively finally, but Rick Barnes, I was just not having Dwayne Brown in on the rebound for when I can't believe what's the Backstreet Boys name plays for them.
Colin Chandler.
Chandler, thank you. I can't believe he missed that free throw.
I know.
You've got to have your best rebounder in the game, though.
Yeah. I mean,
that's coaching malpractice.
I hope somebody asked him about that post game, but it's
they did. He addressed it after the game. He said that was on him. I mean, I don't understand why dumbass Mark Pope has Rick Barnes' number. It doesn't make any sense to me.
But Jones had Steve Spurrier's.
Going back to the free throw, though, Roberto, it's like if you've got Dwayne Brown in there in where Evans was, he boxes out, we grab that rebound. You probably get harassed a little bit, but it's a 1-point game. They're not going to foul that 90 feet from the basket.
Do, and you get a free throw.
Yeah, they're not going to foul 90 feet from the basket, but you're going to have plenty of time to get the ball to Gillespie or Ament, and they've got plenty of time to drive all the way to the hoop, and they're either going to get a contested 2 at the rim. I think the likelihood of getting fouled in that situation is very high.
I would agree.
You have to get the rebound. You can't have a guard on the block. It's just mind-boggling.
I think, we just made losing plays tonight in the second half. And again, I think everybody else, it's Kentucky, and you should be pissed that you lost to Kentucky. You should be. It just doesn't hurt as bad as the first one. The first one because it was at home, and we thought we were for sure better than them. They may just be a bad matchup for us. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on why they keep beating us because I think we're a better basketball team than they are. Plenty of season ahead of us. I'm eternal optimist, I guess. I don't know, but I'm just not as down on the team because I think we found something finally offensively, and our offense is generated from second chance points. We still rebound the hell out of the ball offensively. Our defense isn't as good. That's the one thing about this team that's standing out that I don't think anybody's talking about. Our defense is not nearly as good as it has been in the last 5 years under Barnes. So thanks for the time, guys. Have a good night. Sorry about the L, but we're going to get a couple back here. We're going to go beat somebody we shouldn't. Yeah.
Thank you, Roberto. Against Kentucky, it's not. Walker, you pulled the numbers there. The last 5 or 6 games against them, what Kentucky shot from the field against us?
Yes, I did. They shot 59% from the field tonight, and in the 5 games before that, which includes our win in the Sweet 16, it was 50%, 48%, 49%, 50%, and 46%. So basically at about 50 or more in the last 5 games.
Crazy.
Isn't it?
That's crazy. They eat us up on those ball screens, man, every time. Yeah. They just torture us there, and we can't defend them.
It's just a stylistic mismatch.
It's a kryptonite to Barnes' defense. Their ball screens. So
Charlie is next. Go ahead, Charlie.
Good evening, fellas. I'm trying to make sense of this loss. I don't know if it really boils down to the fellas on halftime chat watching the second half with their pants off. I can't imagine they had them off for too long, but I don't know. It's either that or Giuseppe going, 0 for 6 in the second half, making one free throw.
Yeah. Gillespie tonight. What did he have? He made 4 threes in the first half.
Yeah, so him and Nate had
4
4
for
apiece.
6.
I think he had 1 point. No assists in the second half. He was 0 of 6 from the floor, 0 of 3 from the foul line. Well, he had to have made 1 free throw if he just had 1. That's crazy.
Do we know what we shot from the free throw line tonight? I don't have that number in front of me.
I can get that. Or Russ, you have SAT broadcast
68%. I mean, they shot 59%.
Yeah, we didn't. Neither team put on a clinic from the line, but
kudos to Estrella for making the 2 when it mattered.
Yeah, for sure. He's not making a layup.
Can't make a layup, but he'd make a free throw.
Exactly. We just need to set him up there then.
We actually had more fast break points than they did too. But I mean, we probably haven't talked about it, but they killed us in the paint. 44 to 24 points.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just layup after layup.
Yeah, I mean, like the 44 is a lot, and they had a lot of dunks, it felt like, baseline drives and stuff like that. But, man, you make 5 more layups, there's 10 points, you win the game, and that there's not a huge discrepancy there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's just the fact that we've had a handful of close games, but tonight was the first time I've really noticed Barnes making some critical errors. I don't know. We just overanalyzing it because of a close loss, or?
No, I think you can do 2 things at once. I think you can say and acknowledge that the 20% from the field in the second half is not on Barnes. That's guys missing shots that they should make.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
The last minute crunch time, we had a chance to steal it, and he made a series of questionable decisions.
Indeed. It is what it is.
Both of those things are true. I mean, I would go to taking Ament out on that defensive possession for Evans. Like, I don't get – I know Evans is a dog, right? He's a great defender. But Nate's a good defender too. He's a good rebounder. Like, he's 6'10". Like, just his length alone is huge there. I just and then we had to take they made the basket, so we had to take a timeout to get him back on the floor. So that's a double whammy. And then putting Troy Henderson in the game after the timeout, like, what, we're really going to throw it to Troy Henderson? He's been sitting on the bench the entire half, play like 2 minutes in the first half. He's got a shoulder wrap on. Like, to me, that's overthinking it. And then the Evans on the block for the free throw was just the cherry on top. I mean, Rick made 3 huge bonehead coaching mistakes in the last minute of a close game.
I'm not that concerned with the Henderson one, simply because this is a team that has so few guys that can actually hit a shot from 3.
It's the least of the 3 mistakes, but I think it was a mistake. I do.
Oh yeah. I mean, Butch Jones's chart would say that was a mistake.
Well, here's my thinking, and I mean, this is what I think Rick would say if he was asked about it. You had struggled so much to get Jacoby and Nate good shots in the second half. I know you don't want Henderson being the guy to take that shot, but if it's not going to be Nate or Jacoby shooting from 3, who else would you rather have taking it? And you could say Boswell. I would have a lot of concerns there. I think Henderson's one of those guys. We've not seen him a ton, but I bet you in practice, he's by far probably their 3rd best scorer.
I get that, and we could go back and forth on this all night, but what the end result was actually pretty good. Like, Estrella making those 2 free throws, and it's a 1-point game, and then we get the foul that was actually that was a pretty good outcome in that situation, in my opinion. But we botched it.
We did the thing.
We did the thing.
We botched it. Well, I won't hold y'all too much longer, but I'm going to go off on a random tangent here at the end, if you don't mind.
Sure,
what is it? The German skiers with the penis injection?
Yes.
Those guys. Yep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Sorry. I don't want to fall.
Davey, are you aware of this story?
Yes, they were injecting their penises to give them more room in the suit to then by the time
hyaluronic acid injections into the dong increases your size and gives you more aerodynamic bulge down there.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but from, I guess I didn't read the full story, but my understanding was that it wears off to where you could actually essentially have a looser uniform. And that way, from an aerodynamic standpoint, it helps having it be a little bit looser.
I feel like looser would be flappier and create more drag.
I think that's the idea, so they stay in the air longer.
Wouldn't you want it nice and smooth so you get more lift?
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. If the drag actually helps you extend the jump.
Yeah.
I'm no physicist, but seems counterintuitive to me. But go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to add, I don't think I caught it on either the Thursday or Friday shows, but I feel like we missed a golden opportunity to name this Cockgate 2.0. I'll leave you all with that. Have a good night.
That's good.
Cockgate.
It's good stuff. By the way, I have the exact quote that Barnes said about the Evans rebound. He specifically said that was my fault. I should have had Dwayne in for that rebound.
Yeah, no shit, Rick. What are you doing?
Just mention him by name. I can't remember the last time I saw Rick look like he just a flurry of errors at the end of the game. Like this is I can't remember a game like this in a while. And we've had obviously some tough losses and whatnot, but you look back at the last Kentucky game, Rick isn't the one out there throwing the ball to the other team with under a minute left. That was the players out there. This one, it was just dumb decisions in the last minute and a half. It's something you just never see from him.
Davey, this is we haven't seen Rick Barnes botch one like this in a while.
No. Be honest, I kind of zoned out there for a second, doing more research into the hyaluronic penis injection stuff.
Understandable.
Please share your findings.
Yeah, apparently this was a rumor, and there's no evidence to support it. It looks like they have been cleared. But I did find this funny. It was like the sport is still reeling from a verifiable scandal. The head coach and assistant coach of the Norway men's team were suspended for 18 months for their role in manipulating jumper suits at the Nordic World Ski Championships only back in March. So
same type of deal. Injections.
Is it better to have a bigger or smaller penis for these skiers? I feel like you'd actually want to have a smaller dong, just less weight, better, right?
But it does say
it's bigger at first, just for the suit fitting, and by the time that you get to the jump, it gets small again. So you end up with a smaller dong.
You have a shrinking penis.
But you do have a shrinking penis.
Yeah, apparently the Norway scandal, it said the manipulation of the suits involved the seams of the crotch area. They've even now started doing 3D scans to combat the intentional lowering of the crotch measurement to gain advantage over the opponents.
Are they 3D scanning their dong?
Yep.
Make sure they have the exact measurements.
That is because in ski jumping, the main benefit that can be obtained through equipment manipulation is the enhanced aerodynamics of increasing the surface of the jumping suit that is in contact with the air mid-flight. Even a few millimeters can make a substantial difference in the length of a jump. For that purpose, one of the most critical parts of the ski jumping suit is the crotch area. It is the area of which scrutiny from teams, athletes, and equipment controllers is the highest.
Got to control the dong area.
The athletes' body measurements are taken by the federation once a year, and the data gives officials the ability to ensure the proper size suits are being worn rather than large size suits that are in violation of the rules, which could increase jumping distance.
Walker, you were a swimmer, right? I mean, in
Certainly.
swimming, it's all about no dress. You want the tightest possible thing.
Mm-hmm. You want the tightest possible suit. They had these things that these types of suits that you wear only for like city or the state meet. They call them fast skins, and they take like 20 minutes to fit into.
Because they're so tight.
They're so tight, and you really only get like 1 or 2 meets out of them, and after that they lose. They just become like a regular suit.
They get too elastic.
Pretty much, yep. Those were not fun.
It seems very restrictive.
That's the
For
idea.
the alleged injections, it probably wouldn't take much surface area to equate to another meter or two in terms of the distance of the jump.
Yeah, that could be the difference between gold and going home empty-handed.
Chris Hudson, this is his third YouTube chat readout tonight. At least Acaparo was back tonight. Pretty cool, you know.
How many minutes did he play? Did he even play 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, I would 11 minutes.
11? Okay. Because it only felt like he was in for the final 4 minutes of each half.
There was the last 4 minutes. I think he played earlier in the second half.
Did he? Okay.
But I mean, our bigs were so bad tonight. Like I was crying out for him at the end. It's like, get him in there.
Mm-hmm.
At least he can, defend a little bit, protect the rim. Like if none of our bigs are going to score, we might as well have our best shot blocker in there.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised we really never dealt with foul trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, Boswell was too busy getting elbowed in the face and getting called for fouls. You can only do that so many times.
That poor guy.
Guy he just takes a beating every game. I love it because at this point it's not just a coincidence. Like he's
tough.
It feels like he's trying to get elbowed in the face.
Yeah, I mean, he's like there's something to be said for not being afraid to stick your nose in there.
That's exactly what Jimmy Dykes said. Like this is a guy who his head is right where your elbow is about to go and he's not going to move it.
I would be worried about concussion-like symptoms though.
Yeah, well,
at some point. CTE.
Barnes might have had some
Maybe put him in
symptoms
one of the Guardian caps.
Boswell out there with a football helmet Guardian cap on.
Chris is next. Chris, you're on Voluntary Reaction. Go ahead, my friend.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, we were up 15 tonight. And then when we had them there at Thompson Bowling, we were up, 17, 18?
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't get how you all are so ass go Cats.
Hey, get the hell out of here, you toothless, slack-jawed, inbred yokel. Hey, Chris, you tell your buddies back there you're listening. You still got to get up and report to the coal mine Monday morning. You still got to get that black lung. You still got to go home to that snaggletooth fat broad of a wife of yours. You still got to fuck that ugly woman and have your supper of Mountain Dew and moon pies. No matter how many basketball games you win, you still got that life. And there ain't nothing that's ever going to change that. So don't you forget that, Chris. When you're on top of that hog Monday night and she's grunting underneath you and sweating, and you're on her like a oiled up pig. You remember that. That's your life, buddy, not ours.
That's one way to put it. It's a nice way to put it. I feel like you could have been a lot more vulgar there. Really held back.
I mean, I like to address things head on.
I mean, it's
on
good.
The show.
It's good. These guys got to understand. They can win this game. They still got to go get black lung tomorrow. That's a tough way to live.
Coal mines can be open on Sunday, Chris. You keep that in mind. Rick Barnes quote: "We need some of those baskets at the rim to take pressure off our perimeter players." Yeah, that would be nice. That would be advisable. And you spend some time working on the layups. Barnes says, quote, "We have not reached the ceiling with this team." And that's a good thing right now that we can keep growing. And that's kind of my takeaway here, Dave, is like you had a 4-game win streak going. You took an L tonight, but we've got 3 highly winnable games before our next big game with Vanderbilt. Now, going to the hump is never easy. Seems like we're always in rock fights down there with them.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, they're not a great team this year. So handle your business, win that game. LSU should be very.
Is that at home? LSU?
Yes, that should be a.
That should be 20-point.
Handle your business game. And then what's the game after that?
South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
Oklahoma also at home. I mean, they're bad. Like you win those 3 games, and then all of a sudden you're going to Nashville to take on the Commodores 2 weeks from tonight.
Who just lost to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma snapped I think an 8 or 9 game losing streak by beating Vanderbilt.
Almost completely blew that game, like we did.
So, as I yawn on air, oh man,
no, dude, I've done it like twice now.
Unprofessional of me.
It's a late one.
It's been a long week.
It has, boys.
Certainly.
It has.
I mean, I'm assuming you're running on fumes, Davey. You've been go since Monday, just about.
Yeah. I do not enjoy the flight all the way out to Pacific time and back. That does a number on you.
It's not fun. It's not
but
fun.
I had a great time in San Francisco. So I was glad the Vols I wasn't able to really watch much of the Ole Miss game. Glad they were able to get the win. I honestly wish I was not able to watch any of the games today. It was one of those weekends where it's like no sports would have been better than any sports.
All right, folks. Well, we love you. Better days are ahead. Heads up, Vol fans. We will be back at it. Hey, we got a big live show coming up at Smoky Mountain Brewery in Turkey Creek on Tuesday. We'll be there for 5 hours starting at 1 p.m. all the way till 6. So would love to see you out there. If you haven't been out there yet, we always have a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Great food, great beverages, microbrews done right there on site. Very cool spot. So come hang out with us, man. We'll be there on Tuesday doing the drive, and we will start bright and early on Monday morning, 8 a.m. with Talk Sports. And we are stoked to have our radio thing back here in town, 1340 back on the air.
Back and better than ever.
Big stick.
Sounding better than it ever has.
Big stick. Dave, any closing thoughts?
Another frustrating loss to the Wildcats, but like you said earlier, Russ, this was a situation where you lost to them, but you were able to put together several really solid games in a row. Hopefully you can do that again. I mean, this has to be a learning experience. Again, just blowing a giant halftime lead. When you have these opportunities to get out in front and put your foot on another team's neck, you have to do it. And we failed to do so tonight. It sucks. I feel for all the fans that, you're wanting to get that win against Kentucky and we weren't able to do it, man. It's frustrating, but I still think there are opportunities for this team to continue to surprise us, and don't quit on them now, guys. Don't quit on them.
No. A lot of basketball.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
A lot of basketball left to be played. And I mean, again, like the one kudos I will give to Barnes today is, the quote about the ceiling. Like, we're not there yet, man. We got a long way to go. We've got a burgeoning superstar in Nate Ament. We have a really good lead guard in Jacoby Gillespie who's got to clean up some things. And we need some other guys to step up, particularly in the low post. But these things are doable. And if they happen over the course of the next, what do we got here, about 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks?
We have 8 games remaining.
About 4 weeks. We clean up a couple of things. We're going to be right there in the thick of it in March with a chance to make another really nice tournament run.
Our final game is it's a month from yesterday, so we have one more month of SEC basketball.
So is Selection Sunday 5 weeks away?
Just about, I think.
Should be.
Yeah.
Usually how that works.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. Like I said, big week here on Fan Run. We got baseball starting up, football going on, the Aguilar case, and, of course, lots more basketball talk. So keep it tuned right here to Fan Run Radio. We will talk to you Monday. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Bear. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will be back at it Monday here on Fan Run Radio.